Hey, it's the Afro Mauler, and today I'm going to talk about an extended look of GTA 6 on Netflix, August 27th at 3 p.m. You see the graphic up on screen while I'm waiting for GTA 5 to load. I'm going to talk about my opinions on it and why I think this happened, and of course, I'm not a business industry insider. I'm just some YouTuber who wears a cartoon on his face, but I have been, obviously been playing video games like my whole entire life. And even though I don't technically follow any of the guys on Twitter or X or Blue Sky or whatever, I do kind of pay attention to what all the other bigger YouTubers are saying, and this is my matriculated down version of, my watered down version of, how I feel about it. Obviously, what I think. Obviously, good for you, Rockstar, getting the bag. Like the bag you have isn't big enough already. I feel, from my perspective, as somebody that is not involved, but is a gamer, I feel like this was a Netflix thing. Like Netflix reached out to Rockstar and said, "Hey, could we do this?" If you guys have been paying attention, Netflix wants to get into video games. So I'm gonna spitball something crazy. GTA 6 will be playable on Netflix at launch. You heard it here first. I'm not like guaranteeing it, but I'm saying it into a microphone and a camera. Why else? Like seriously, think about it this way. What does Rockstar have to gain from this promotion advertisement? They already probably have $1 billion in sales guaranteed, right? This is going to be the biggest launch of any kind of consumer electronic thing in like the history of probably forever almost. I mean, it's probably going to make bank. So Rockstar really didn't have a lot to gain off this deal with Netflix. Netflix, however, making their presence known as a place where you can interact with video games, they've been trying to do that for like years now. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to Netflix. They've been trying to get into streaming games. I know everybody points and laughs at Xbox, and yeah, I had to make this about Xbox, okay guys, I had to. Right? Everybody points and laughs at Xbox and says, streaming games will never work. Over here, Netflix is like, yeah, Rockstar, we'll pay you a couple hundred whatever, and I'm sure the number is not low, so that we can have this exclusive footage. 3 hours of exclusivity, by the way. 3 hours of exclusivity. Insane. What do you think that cost? And the question is, will this help Netflix? Because Netflix seems to think that this will help them. Let's look at Michael here. Michael, what do you think? Do you think this is going to help Netflix? Michael doesn't know. Michael has no clue. All right, but like, will this decision help Netflix? Maybe. I mean, especially if at the end they say, "Hey, guess what? Day one, guess where you can play this thing." It would not surprise me, because from the perspective of Rockstar, what do they have to lose? Nothing. This is more advertising for a product that honestly doesn't even need to be advertised at this point. I'm saying that in like a semi-serious way. I understand everything needs to be advertised. I know you guys want to see the next trailer. Guess what? You're going to see it on Netflix at 3 p.m. August 27th, which is, once again, unprecedented. And had to be something that I feel, once again, not in the industry, not a nobody that knows nothing. But you could, let's check the vibe. Let's do a vibe check. Checking the vibes. Alright, the vibe is, I think Netflix paid for this. Why wouldn't they? Why would Rockstar reach out to Netflix? Look at it that way. Rockstar didn't need the money. They don't need the publicity. They don't. What do they need? They're good. They're just sitting on this stuff. So, let's get to the second part of this. What is an extended look? How long is this extended look? You guys think it's an hour? Half hour? It's not a 5-minute trailer, guys. Netflix did not pay. Okay, let's be real. If you think Netflix paid however much money for a 5-minute trailer, sit down, buckle up, because that did not happen. This is going to be like, if it's shorter than an hour, Netflix wasted their money. Bam. I'm saying that. Unless there's like a really big, dude, there's going to be gameplay, probably. Like, think of the money involved, just from a pure money perspective, because that's the only thing that's going on here. Netflix wants to advertise. Rockstar doesn't need the advertisement. Rockstar's good. They could release this stuff on YouTube tomorrow and get 100 million billion quadrillion views, and it would set the world on fire. It would be dissected you know, in seconds. They don't need Netflix. Rockstar doesn't need Netflix. Netflix would like games to be a bigger thing on their platform. It's not a secret. They've been trying to do it. Streaming games is something they're interested in. Why are they doing this, right? What is going on here? There's got to be a bigger picture, guys. Look at the bigger picture. Why would Netflix invest whatever amount of money, invent a number, and say, we're going to get Rockstar, and we're going to go for this extended look, which, if it's lower, if it's shorter than an hour, Netflix, you wasted your money. Okay, it's gotta be something substantial. They want the traffic. Netflix wants the traffic to their site. They want to be associated with video games. They want to be associated with one of the biggest video games releasing this year. Why would Netflix want that? I don't know. You gotta look at it from that perspective. Is it a good business deal? No, it's not a good business deal. You know there's going to be somebody with a mirror and a camera on Twitch. They might not even do that. They might just try and stream it straight up on Twitch. How is Netflix going to block Twitch? Not a stupid question to ask. Are they going to expect Twitch to moderate Twitch? That's what Netflix is expecting? At Netflix, you might want to aim the ceiling, you might want to aim at the floor, and then start digging a hole if you expect Twitch to do anything about moderating what's going on over there. They got girls in bikinis in hot tubs, Netflix. They don't care about breaking a little bit of a whatever. You want to hold 3 hours, this trailer 3 hours hostage on Netflix. I don't think that's going to happen, Netflix. You're going to have to be a little more smarter what you're going to do with other streaming services. Oh, and even if you happen to catch it on Twitch, good luck. And get it off YouTube, Pirate Bay, man. 5 minutes after this thing ends, it's going to be on the Pirate Bay in 4K. And by the time, I almost guarantee by the time this airs, it airs 3 p.m. on Netflix. By the time it airs on YouTube, which is like 9 p.m. or whatever, by the time it airs on YouTube, there will, by the minute, the second, the millisecond, the petosecond, whatever the shortest amount of time, that trailer goes up, somebody will already have a dissected deep dive in inspecting every frame, Eric Voss style. Think about it, 3 hours. Somebody's going to rip that down off the Pirate Bay, and they're going to be in every frame. Why? Why put it on Netflix? Because Netflix played. That's it. Rockstar doesn't care. They don't care. They're going to make money anyway. Netflix needed this, guys. This is all about Netflix, not about Rockstar. Netflix wants to be known for games. I'm calling it now. I know it's insane, but if this thing comes out on Netflix the same day, I don't know, man. They're going digital only too, guys. They're going digital only? No physical? Am I a conspiracy theorist? Is the cartoon head crazy? Probably. I probably am, guys. Look, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too nuts with it. I'm hoping it's just advertising. But if I'm wrong, I better be wrong. I better be wrong in so many ways. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't know. Do I really care if it streams on Netflix? No, I don't care if the game streams on Netflix. But man, it might help Netflix. Maybe, possibly. You could play GTA 6 streaming on Netflix with your subscription. Would that interest you? If you didn't have to spend $70? If at the end of the thing they said, hey, day one you could play this on Netflix, streaming, the internet would explode, guys. It's not gonna, I don't know. Could it happen? Why is this happening? What is Netflix really paying for? Like, you gotta ask yourself, why did Netflix make this deal? Because Rockstar doesn't need the deal. I don't know, man. What do I know? I'm just a cartoon face that talks into a camera and plays video games. Come back for the video games, by the way. I'll be doing that more. Hey, well, you know what? I feel like I've rambled for like 10 minutes about this. Let's actually play some Grand Theft Auto 5. Maybe. Like I said, I don't care what happens. Like, personally, on a personal note, this to me is just absolute insanity. It doesn't make sense from Rockstar's perspective. They don't really have it. So I thought about this at work when I was at work, and I thought about it from like Rockstar's perspective. I'm like, well, like, they have nothing to lose. They're gonna get advertisement anyway. This is the biggest media release ever. people are, if you're interested in it, you're probably not going to subscribe to Netflix just for this, right? If you're that into Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't know that you'd subscribe to Netflix. You probably already are. It's got such a huge... That's the other thing. Like, I thought about that too. It's like, is Netflix really expect to get that many people to subscribe for this? Or do they just want people to associate a mega releasing video game with their service? I don't really believe, and I don't know that anybody in a business boardroom would believe that that you could get more subscribers by airing a trailer. I really don't know that an advertising executive could have floated that by a boardroom, but I guess so. What do I know? If I was in advertising, I don't know that would have worked. Like, are we really going to get that many people? But to get the word out that you stream video games and you're going to be streaming one of the biggest video games day one at no extra cost to your service, that is something you might pay for, right? What, like I said, what does Rockstar get out of this deal? Advertising. They don't need that. What does Netflix get out of this deal? Bigger question? No clear answer. I don't know that it'll drive engagement to Netflix. Would it really? Really you think people are going to subscribe to Netflix just for whatever? If this is less than an hour, no. Like, there's no way that anybody could justify a $20 a month subscription, or whatever Netflix is nowadays, for 10 to 20 minutes of whatever we're going to get out of this. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm spitballing, obviously. But, you know, do I think it's worth it for, like I said, Rockstar? I don't think they care. I don't think it matters to them. It's not going to make a difference in the long run. They're going to make the money on the back end of this game forevermore. They're going to re-release it on the PS, whatever, 7, 10, 25. It's, you know, whatever Grand Theft Auto 6 ends up being, it's not going away anytime soon. And I think when the next consoles come out in 27, 28, they'll re-release the dang thing. Of course they will. They did it when remember, I'm playing a 360 game on my Xbox Series X. So an Xbox 360 game that survived the Xbox One. Alright? It's kind of crazy. Like, it went a whole entire console generation. And now we're getting the sequel, so... yeah. Who benefits from this? Rockstar didn't really need it. Netflix might, and Netflix wants you to think that they stream video games. They want you to know that. They want you to play video games from Netflix. That's what Netflix wants. There's no way this isn't leading to something. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Who knows? Remember, guys, I'm just a cartoon face that talks into a camera and plays video games. I'll be back with more video games. I don't know. I got nothing else. It's been the Afro Mauler. Thanks for watching. My thoughts. This is unprecedented times. Peace. I'll be back with more. And I'm out.